Hello and welcome to your messages, your weekly reading. Yesterday was a solar eclipse. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. But yeah, it definitely was. We are definitely in some powerful times. So thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm so happy to be able to be one of your readers, and it is my pleasure to share these messages with you. So happy Sunday to you. Welcome if you're watching this live or if you're watching it when it's uploaded after the live. Regardless, may it find you in good health, with ease in your journey, on your day, on your path, and bring some kind of insight that is needed. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first card that we're getting today is Judgment. So the Judgment card speaks of many things. It can speak of spiritual protection and protection around you. The Judgment card is very connected to your ancestors. So it also means that at this time you have a strong spiritual support system by your back and by your side. So it's important to remember that and to just give thanks for the energy that is present in your life, for those who came before you. Thank you so much. Hi, Sally. Thank you. And for the energy that propels you to move forward. Our next card is the Dame of Pentacles. So this does show some kind of new beginning, specifically as it comes into the field of your money. So some of you could be starting on some kind of new job, some kind of new money journey. There could be a new project that you're involved with or working on, or there could be a new kind of contract or some kind of new start in money, but it is just kind of getting started here. So it's important to think about, how can I maintain this sustainably? The next card we have coming up is the Seven of Pentacles. So this shows that the work that you have been doing in regards to projects connected to your money and also to your health, your physical body, are reaping rewards. You're going to be seeing the benefits, and you probably already are seeing the benefits of some kind of work that you have been doing, again, for yourself and for your finances. So this bodes really well and is a reminder to, again, keep going. We have the Six of Cups. So some of you are going to be seeing like some kind of immediate results, some kind of blessing that comes into fruition here, and that is connected to your inner child healing. This is the energy of blessings, abundance, and very much innocent and beautiful and youthful connectivity. We have the King of Pentacles coming up next. So much earth energy, so much earth sign energy, so much Pentacles energy. This is really a beautiful season for you, again, for your finances and for your physicality. So there's something here that's upgrading and changing very, very rapidly and in a very powerful way. This is the energy of a grounded masculine, someone who is very present, strong, sturdy, and unwavering. Our next card here is Temptations. So there could be some kind of addiction or codependency that's being worked through at this time. And it's important to remember that when we think about vengeance, we have to remember that anger is a very powerful and tricky emotion, because anger often stands in front of sorrow. And sometimes if we act in a way that is connected to the sorrow rather than the passion, which fuels our purpose, that we can fall into traps. So it's very important to keep that in mind and in your heart. Our next card here is the Four of Wands. So this does show longevity and beauty. Again, if there's some kind of new kind of business connection, project, or relationship, or something that you have been doing physically that you're working on, it does show potential for a very strong success. It's showing a very strong foundation here. And when you have a strong foundation, you are unshakable. maybe even unbreakable. With that in mind, I just want to take a moment to send my sincerest love and heartfelt condolences to the over 100 people who were decimated in a flood in Myanmar sometime in the last 24 hours, and their grieving loved ones, and sending them lots of good wishes as they rebuild and move forward. Next, we have La Bruja. So this kind of Mercury retrograde could be bringing you back some kind of gift of the tongue. There could be something here about your voice, whether you speak, write, create, sing, however it is. At this time, the things that you say are incredibly powerful and meaningful and poignant. So it's important to keep that in mind. It's also important to remember that you are the creator and master of your own destiny. So it doesn't matter whether or not you've been doing kind of manifestation work or prayers, whatever the case is, the message here is to flow with the energy that you are being shown and given. Okay, there is also something here that's showing that for some of you, you may have been doing some kind of work, some kind of ritual, some kind of creativity, specifically yesterday with the solar eclipse, and that energy is going to be a very good start for, again, these kind of plans or projects moving forwards. We have next the King of Wands. So this is very beautiful fire sign energy, very organized, very able to initiate things, very able to start things, very able to destroy and create. Very powerful energy. Again, this is connected to ancestors who are with you and by your back and by your side. This is energy that is also speaking to the importance of making sure that your digestive health is in good shape, because our digestive health, our gut is like one of our brains here. And if our gut health is not in shape, then our brain health is not in shape. So you might see a lot of people talking about things like checking for mold exposure, which a lot of us have some kind of situations, some kind of relationship with mold because of the old buildings or whatever. So you might want to do something to check your air quality. You might want to be doing something to check your air quality and to just make sure that your digestive health, the flora and fauna are in good condition there. And yeah, exactly. That is followed by healing. So some of you might be taking your healing into your hands. Thank you so much for the likes. I'm sending you lots of love and good energy in return. I appreciate it. When you send those hearts and share the live, it does help, because we're also feeding and connecting with the algorithm here. So thank you so much. It's very meaningful. Now the healing card is here, which shows that there is some kind of healing that's happening, not just in terms of gut health, but in terms of mental health and in terms of this energy of addiction, which is something I love to see. This is also showing that with any kind of healing modalities that you're working with, tuning into energy healing will also be supportive for you at this time. Some of you could be getting, receiving or giving some kind of Reiki energy healings, some kind of massage or acupuncture, some kind of, excuse me. Yeah? Okay. Some kind of healing that's going to go a long way. It's going to take you very far. And yeah, the 10 of Cups. So this healing is leading you to a new kind of health, a new kind of community, a new kind of emotional well-being. It's kind of like you're in this energy of not just emotional and energetic abundance, but of spiritual gifts, of spiritual power, and of emotional blessings, okay? Emotional blessings. So it's kind of like when you maintain your energy flow and you're able to take that anger and focus it on the passion side of things in terms of the betterment of your purpose and in fact your path destiny and your karmic journey, then what you're going to see are beautiful rewards. The 10 of Cups really for me is the end of the fairy tale, that happily ever after. Francine, thank you so much for the roses. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now we also have the 10 of Wands. So there has been this energy coming up here of needing to understand that you are in a position of leadership. It's kind of the energy of if you see something that needs to be done, perhaps it's because you are able, in fact, to do it. The 10 of Wands talks about the end of a cycle here that is so close approaching, and so it's so important to keep going. It's like you're on your path and you can actually see home, right? You can see the end destination. So it's important to continue to do the work that you are, in fact, doing in order to not let that fire die. It's kind of like carrying the torch. We have the Death card. So this solar eclipse probably affected all of us differently, but one thing that's very important to note in this, the year of the young wood snake, is that the energy of rebirth is something that is extremely prevalent at this time. The energy of rebirth talks about the energy of letting what is dead die. Old aspects of yourself, old connections, old relationships, old patterns. And in so doing, bringing you the space for an opportunity of new blessings, new connections, new experiences that are more aligned to you as you are. The Temperance card is next, showing that not only do we have angelic protection and support, but that we have the gift again of that very, very powerful emotional and intuitive wisdom, that emotional knowledge, the understanding that when we can take our emotions as our teachers and guides and not as some kind of roadblock or something that's stuck in our way, then what we can do is actually limitless. Again, since you do have angels around you, this is a very powerful energy. So once again, I will say it's important to note that what you're saying and how you're saying it is very important and meaningful, and it matters. So don't just run off at the mouth. This is something that is showing that the practice of spiritual discipline is going to take you very far. Also, you might want to just take note of any drinking, because the Temperance card, temperance literally also can mean kind of slowing down on drinking. We have the Goddess next. So this is showing that you are in a period of very extremely fertile energy. You can work with this energy more potently by spending time in nature, specifically by rivers, streams, or waterfalls. Specifically by connecting with the land, like putting your hands on moss or on the earth or around a tree, to really communicate with the natural energy around you. This is also the time of pregnancy, of giving birth to babies or new ideas, of giving birth to new creations, of a very high fertility. So again, what has come up with the solar eclipse yesterday, what you have planted, what you have started, is going to be very, very, very powerful and take you very far. We have the Strength card. So it's important to listen to your heart. It's important at this time to listen to your heart, to be strong, to see and understand that with that 10 of Wands energy, the strength that you have is something that you don't even fully know your own strength yet. You're coming into your strength. And your strength is not just something that has to do with some kind of show of force. Your strength has to do with the power of your heart, of those blood valves that pump blood throughout your entire body, of the energy of vitality, virility, beauty, growth, expansion. The Strength card is also connected to the sign of Leo. And so not only is this connected to your hair, your mane, but also to visibility. Leo loves a bit of visibility. So your personality is shining right now, and that's going to bring you very far. It depends, you could be going on some kind of opportunity to be like a speaker at work. With your job, you could be getting some kind of promotion or bonus, but there is some kind of visibility here where people can see you, people admire you, people appreciate you, and the characteristics that you are embodying, the values and the morals that you uphold, they're very much pushing forward this kind of beautiful example, once again being this example energetically. We love to see it. We have the Three of Wands, so this is a very important time for people's businesses. If you're kind of an entrepreneur, a creative, or however you creatively work, this energy is showing that the little energetic missives that you have put out are going to reach their targets with no stopping here. You're going to be seeing and receiving news of your energetic work. And so I feel like for some of you, you could be getting, if you own your own business, you could be getting kind of new or high volume clients. You could be getting new high paying experiences. Something here about forward motion with career. We have next the Princess of Swords. And so the Princess of Swords is talking just once again as a reminder about parrying your words, parrying your language, having clear and concise communication with extraordinary boundaries, and also just sort of dancing through the world with this energy of sharpness. This is quick-wittedness, but this is also the quick-wittedness of someone who's starting to learn something. So you could be getting some type of new certification, some kind of recognition or award. You could be in the position now of a teacher, or you could be deciding to go back to school. This could be something about trade school, learning a new trade, something about getting like a new degree, or just some kind of something that enables you to take the things that you're processing, learning, and interested in to another level. We have finally Madre Tierra, which is very beautiful. This is showing that things are turning in your favor very quickly and very powerfully, and that your reach is once again unlimited. You have a very, very beautiful and important responsibility and experience that is coming into your field at this time. This also shows that the more that you can do work in, oh, thank you so much for the roses, Nike. The more that you can connect to some kind of work that is beneficial for the earth, some kind of climate support, maybe just anything that you can do in your small, scope of the world is going to make a difference. It does matter. So it's important not to be bogged down by this idea of thinking that you're not doing enough, or what you're doing isn't working or doesn't matter. It is, and it does. And again, Madre Tierra is the earth, but it's also the wheel card. And the wheel card shows that things things are moving. It's kind of like the imagery that I'm getting is like those kind of wheels in water, like those old kind of like a mill or something. It's like the energy that's pushing forward. It's like hydropower, it's this energy that's very, very big. And so what's coming towards you, I think, is going to be even more blessings than you expect. So the 10 of Wands that we saw earlier is a reminder that it's so important to keep pushing on, and to remember that just because you don't see the result of the work that you're doing, in the immediate, does not mean that it's not making those kind of big ripples and waves, and that energy is not going to come back to you, because it is. It's on its way to you. And the way that it's coming to you is going to be bigger and better than you expected, and than you could have ever probably imagined. And my foot fell asleep. We have the 3 of Cups. So this energy is bringing you joy, celebration, community, friendship. Okay? It's the energy of summertime joy, summertime celebration. People just being outside, listening to music, okay? Having a good time. This is the vibes card, and the vibes are good. So shout out to the solar eclipse for clearing the way for us. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. So it's really important at this time to focus on just making sure that you're very thankful for what you do have around you. Sometimes when we don't see something exactly that we thought we wanted, or as we wanted it, we can get caught up. So this is the energy that is showing that by being so grateful for what you have around you, you're actually showing faith. You're putting trust in your angels, in forces that are bigger than you, and saying, I understand and trust that this is a part of my blessing and a part of my experience. And so it's important to just look around with gratitude. This is also with this celebration energy. Happy Eid to everyone who celebrates here. This is just the energy of some kind of beautiful closure, which also means some kind of beautiful new beginning. It's like, it's giving the energy that it's going to look too good to be true. Like on paper, it's like, this is impossible. Like, so again, some of you are going to be getting some kind of certification or contract or experience. And it's important that you maintain your energetic balance. You maintain your spiritual root. You maintain your connection. Because these things, it's like with that 3 of Wands, it's like, if you don't hold on to that the balance, you can be swept away. And it's like, we want to be swept away in a cosmic wave of celebration, but we don't want to get lost in that wave. Does that make sense? we have the God. And so this is, there we go. And so again, the energy of visibility is present, the energy of being connected to creator, to your higher power, to your angels, to just energy that is bigger than you, that is here to help you, to benefit you, so that you can do what you're designed to do here on this earth and stand proudly, or be proudly, in your destined path. This is, once again, we also had the strength card. So this is major visibility. So keep that in mind. You are going to be given platforms that probably you could not even dream of. So it's important to keep up with your energetic hygiene. We have the 10 of Swords. There's an energy here where there was some kind of betrayal or some kind of painful experience. And what happened with that painful experience was that it gave you a kind of medicine, a kind of remedy. It gave you an ability to be a teacher and a leader in your field. And so it's important to take those experiences and turn and transmute those experiences into the medicine that they are meant to be for you. And also it's showing there that, you know, when you are down on the ground, okay, when you've been stabbed in the back, the only place to go is up. So if you're feeling it at any point, like, you know, I've reached the end of the line, get up, begin again. We have the 2 of Swords, which shows that those experiences may have brought you some kind of they were like a training ground for you. But that same training ground could have made you like sometimes not even want to face yourself. They could have dealt some major blows to your, how do you call this, when you have insecurity. And so in order to move into that security, again, the energy is just to keep moving, keep practicing, keep training, to remove the blindfold, to face yourself, to face any kind of anxiety or despair or depression or sorrow, and to just use that energy as fuel, just burn it off to continue moving forward. All this energy of like water, fire is making me think now that we have all this air energy is just steam. It's like I was saying something earlier about carrying the torch. Well, what happens when you pour water on a lit fire? The coals make steam, and steam is its own kind of medicine. So it's just important to keep that mindset continually moving forward of like, what are these experiences teaching me? And also, what experiences now can I take medicine that I've learned from my past and apply them moving forward? Yes, exactly. Wisdom. You're in a position here where you have great wisdom and you have great guides around you. And it's important to tap into that energy. This is also something about perfume, resins, oils, incense burning. Okay, because in this card, in this deck, these are depicted by the 3 wise men, and the 3 wise men brought like gold, frankincense, and myrrh. For some of you, this is some kind of a courtship energy as well. There can be some kind of like gift exchange. This is like a very specific traditional medicinal like ceremony. It's giving ceremony, honestly, and it's giving ceremony and wisdom. So some of you are going through a period of time where working specifically with smells, with good smells, are going to make like such a good change in your life. I'll say further, like, if you're having like a bad time of anything, like if you have the ability to, and you can just like take a shower and then use different colognes and perfumes, that's going to elevate your energy. That's actually going to impact your aura and your frequency. The energy of smells here is very specific at this time. You could be getting some kind of new perfume, or some kind of something about designing perfumes or something like that is coming up strongly. Yeah, the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you do work that specifically is connected to, it's like your olfactory experience. Okay, your sense of smell could be heightened or something. And so the more that you work with colognes and perfumes, the better things are going to go for you. And I'll tell you, like, as an espiritista, you should have like tobacco cologne, and you can use that also as just a gift and offering to your guides and ancestors, and to yourself, to bring you that very, very beautiful, powerful, strong, and protected energy. But that is also a card that is showing that business is improving, creative projects are improving, finances and physicality are improving in a massive way. Next, we have the Universe. So what was I saying about the cosmic wave? There's very, very powerful and potent energy that is with you at this time. And so actually, specifically, some of you might be very well advised to look into working with and studying astronomy and astrology. And I said astronomy first because there's something here about it's giving watch the skies. There's something here where if you can tune into just a practice of actually just, you know, engaging connectively with the skies, staring at the night skies, something about learning the astronomy is going to help you very much. You might be interested in studying the different constellations, the different planetary boundaries and things of that nature, and you might find that that in your practice takes you very far. We do have discipline, so if you can actually settle in and focus on one of these fields of study, it could be bringing you a lot of benefits, and not just for now, but for your future. So our final two cards here are the Page of Wands and El Bobo. And so there is a very, very strong energy of a new beginning that is here for you. So it's important to understand that a new beginning means you have an opportunity and you don't need to rush things. You can take your time because these blessings are made for you. They are designed for you. These experiences that you're going to be seeing, this abundance that you're experiencing, it is yours. So you don't have to go too fast or feel like you're like rushing and being greedy. You can take your time with these experiences because these new beginnings were specifically designed for you. And a new beginning can be sometimes very uncertain or even unsettling. But there's something here about, again, just having trust in the process and having faith, because new experiences, sometimes the unexpected is also known as a surprise. Right? You don't always need to try and know everything about the future to kind of like ruin the surprise. Some of these experiences and these new beginnings are you're not meant to see them yet because it would ruin the surprise. So those were the messages for the week ahead for today. Thank you so much for watching them. I wanted to pull some oracles. Oh yeah, perfect. We can use the deck of Aradia for the oracles. So let me just shuffle these for a moment before I return them to their rightful place. Oh, crazy. The Princess of Swords came out again. This energy is very, very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. And it's very important that you maintain your integrity to the connections of your communication. Now, so glad to be using this deck of Aradia in springtime. I was just waiting, collecting dust. And now we're back. Okay, so we're going to take 3 cards from this deck. 3 oracle cards here. Okay, so the first is the hedge. Again, this is a very important reminder to, let's just take all 3 at once. Beautiful. To go outside, to be connecting to nature, to be engaging with the energy of spring as it moves forward. But there's also something here about like hunting or hiding. And hunting came out first because, you know, when you hunt, it's not hiding from like fear. It's like hiding to like become one with your environment, if that makes sense, because that's what the hedge card in this deck indicates. It's something about the power of the energy of being outside, but almost like hot, like I want to use the word hedge card in this deck indicates. It's something about the power of the energy of being outside, but almost like hot, like I want to use the word stalking, but like as an animal, like as a panther stalks its prey. There's something here about very much just being outside and being in that energy of the hunt in a way that is to your benefit. The second card from the oracle deck is Night Women. And so there's an energy here, and it's you know, this card came out the last time I used this deck in a live reading. There's an energy here of a circle, of a congregation, of a coven, of a community, of a sangha, of a group of people who are doing work at this time. And so it's important to understand that as you work and as you move forward and as you employ your emotional intelligence and intuition, that you recall and remember that you are not one. You are one of many. You are not doing the work on your own or by yourself. Working very much with water will be very helpful for you at this time. So also just make sure you're really fully hydrated. I know, oh, Floor, thank you so much for the rose. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. There's an energy here where if you're drinking more water, you're going to be able to integrate the energies better. Oh, thank you so much for joining the team. Thank you for the heart me and for the support. I appreciate you. Welcome to the team. There's an energy here that shows that when you can drink a lot of water to help you integrate the energies that are moving through at this time, it's going to be impactful for you, right? Because the energy of a solar eclipse, you know, it's a very powerful energy. You know, sometimes when people are also in different stages of their emotional development and psychic experience and spiritual understanding, these planetary transits, especially if you don't know about them, can bring great discomfort, right? I can remember back in 2022, we would get an eclipse, we'd get something, and for days I would be getting like migraines, stomach aches, I would be in bed. I can remember times I even like went to the emergency room and they were like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I was like, oh, what do I do? And it's because these energies are very, very powerful. Which is why it's important to also take a spiritual ailment and find a spiritual medicine for it. So in this case, I would say working with Epsom salt baths, drinking lots of water, okay, drinking warm water, drinking herbal teas, drinking mint teas, drinking things that are soothing for you and hydrating for you, drinking hot soups, okay. Working with like watery energy is going to really help ease these things, because even if things are coming in that are a blessing, you're going to need that fluid motion, okay? So drink water, take baths, take time, but flow. Finally, we have Strega. So it's very, very powerful because we had La Bruja and now we have Strega, okay? That is the energy of the witch. That is what? A woman in total control of herself, or wizard or person, however the case may be. This is the energy of having an understanding that with this level of independence, with this level of power, come, big responsibilities. So it's important, again, that you're in that nourished position to receive them and move forward. It's like this: if you have an understanding of power, of money, of understanding of experience, okay, you can take a penny and turn it into something extraordinary. I'm seeing the imagery here of like, I don't know if any of you are like Office fans. I'm a fan of The Office, but there's this episode where there's like, what do you call it when you have like a yard sale, where The Office did like a garage sale, and Dwight comes in with a thumbtack and he's like, I'm gonna take this thumbtack and I'm gonna leave here with the biggest score of the day. And he trades his way from a thumbtack, he barters all the way up to a telescope, and then he loses it to Jim. What a trickster. So this is like for some magic beans. So it all depends on how you look at it, I guess. But this is an energy here of like the gift that you have been given, the powers that you have been given, the money that you are about to receive or have received. They are not for naught. And so it's important that you have the understanding of how to, in a balanced way, take these blessings and make them multiply. Okay, the Strega is someone that does the work and then sees the results. Some of you could also be getting spell work done at this time, or you could be interested in or starting spell work, some kind of prayers, rituals, some kind of powerful experience here that you're going to see results pretty speedily, pretty imminently, and in ways that might surprise you. So it's important to kind of be cool when you see those results, because they're for you. They're what you asked for. Don't lose your head. It's like, oh, I didn't know I could do this. You can, you have, you will. So shout out to you. Shout out to the collective for these beautiful opportunities and experiences. It's important to, again, when you work with water, and look, I cut the deck and I have the Queen. It's important to stay in this potent and receptive energy and to understand your body. Okay, don't just try and take a format that you've seen on the internet or from another person. You have to understand yourself. Thank you so much, Flor. And what works for you specifically. And sometimes that process comes about through a lot of what they call trial and error. So if you're trying something and it's not working, then maybe you should try something else. Don't just copy like a format. One thing that I really love about traditional Chinese medicine is that like it can take like 6 months for you to see a certain result in something, because your medicines are curated specifically for you and work with your subtle energy body, your entire body, your chi, to change things from the inside out. So just because you're starting some kind of new routine, magic, regimen, medicine, practice, and you start and you're like, I don't see what I'm wanting to see. Okay, that doesn't mean it's not working. And that's not an invitation to give up either. It's a reminder that if you do things with that kind of consistency and persistence, with that belief in the system that you're working with, you will see the results that you're looking for, and they may even be a better benefit than you expected to experience. But they take time. Because when you're doing real work, it takes time. When you're removing a real toxic pattern, addiction, codependency, it takes time. And you don't just remove the thing, you replace the thing. You don't just remove a bad habit that creates a void. You actually change a habit. You don't just quit drinking alcohol. You quit drinking alcohol and you start eating healthier. You don't just, you get what I'm saying. You have to do the things with consistency, and you have to have belief that they're working and that things are unfolding in your favor as they should. And it's also important actually to notice, the subtle energy differences, because real energy work it's called subtle for a reason. And then one day you're like, whoa, you see everything at once. When you see the iceberg in the ocean, you see like less than 10% of it. Everything's underneath. Just like a tree, just like the mycelium network, okay? If you look at a picture of a mushroom, the roots are everywhere and all connected. But the mushroom is this tiny, tiny little thing. So we individually might feel like, oh, we're just one person, but we are connected on a cosmic scale in the great universe to every other thing. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know and understand that I talk about the butterfly effect sometimes, because what we do is connected to and is impacted by and impactful for the cosmos. So I hope that these messages guided you today. I hope you remember how important you are in the great cosmic scheme of things and the great wonder of nature, life, and experience on planet Earth school at this time. I hope that this Aries season is bringing you some of the developments that you hoped for, and I hope that you keep going. So thank you so much for watching. It's been my pleasure to be your reader today, or one of the readers that you connect with. I do post weekly scopes over on the blog, which is posted everywhere. The link is on my Instagram, on my TikTok, on my YouTube, on Facebook. You can look for any of your placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Lilith, anything like that. And make sure that you are following me so that I can continue to read for you. Peace, love, balance.